everyone. There was a question in the Facebook group today about whether you can set up a free shipping profile, but then also offer upgrades in case people want priority mail or priority express. This is in the US. I don't know how this would work in other countries, so just be aware of that. You're going to have to check your own country's shipping setting because it does vary, and Etsy offers different options in different places. But in the US, you can set up a calculated shipping profile that will then let you add the upgrades. So I'll take you into my dashboard now and we'll look at the shipping settings. I'll show you how to set up a calculated shipping profile where it's free and then it's an upgrade if they choose that. To get to your shipping settings, you're going to click on settings, and shipping settings is here as an option. It'll take you to this page. And then the first thing that you need to do, and I'm not sure if this is 100% necessary, but I would do it anyway, is go to rates and upgrades and click on enabled where it says shipping upgrades, because that will give people an option to pay for priority and priority express if the weight of their order is under the priority limit. If the weight of the order is above the priority weight limit anyway, then you're going to have to pay for free priority shipping. All right, so these are my shipping profiles, and you can create those in the listing, but you can also just come here and click create profile. And if you want to do a calculated shipping profile, just leave this. And if you want to enter a fixed price, you could choose this one. For this purpose, I'm going to leave them calculated because I want Etsy to be able to say how much is it going to cost if someone chooses priority shipping. And you have to give them the weight and the size of the package to have them calculate that. You put in your zip code, select your processing time. You're going to go down here and decide where you ship. Now, for me, I don't ship everywhere, so I'm going to uncheck this box. I'm going to go down to North America. You have to ship to your own country. That's the default. So if you're in Europe, it's going to show Europe, and it will show your country. Let's say that I want to ship to some countries in Europe, but not all of them. Okay, now if you want to ship to all of them, just click this, and then you can open this up. It'll have everything checked. But if you don't want to ship to everything, just uncheck that box and go in and select the countries that you do want to ship to. And some people, like now, they don't ship to Germany because of the packaging laws, and you can just uncheck the ones you don't want. I don't send anything anywhere other than the US and Canada, so I'm going to open this up just to make sure. See, Canada and Puerto Rico. Now I have it set up to Canada and the US, but I'm only going to ship free to the US. So I'm going to go down here and just make sure that everything here is correct. I do want to do priority as an option. I want to do priority mail express, first class. I do not want to send international, or I don't want to send anything fast international because I don't know if it's actually going to get there in time with customs and delays, and I don't want to take the chance. So there you go. So I offer standard international. Now down here is where you do free domestic shipping. So if I want to ship everything free only to the US, that's domestic. That's where I live. So domestic for you would be whatever country you're in. You're going to click that box. And now everything that ships to the US or to the country that you're in, because it's domestic, that is going to be free. So if I ship something that is 1 ounce or 15 ounces or 3 pounds, it's going to be free. So you just want to make sure that you understand what that means. Now you can add a handling fee. I don't like doing that with domestic, like the free domestic shipping, because that will add a fee when it says free shipping. And then people get mad. So I don't do that. And you can name your profile here, so you can just give it a name. And then when you save it, it will show up in your orders as an option to choose. Now, going into this listing, let's say I'm setting this up. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to set up the shipping for it. I would just choose the profile that I want, which would be free shipping, wafer paper. And when people choose that, it will give them the option to upgrade to priority and priority express at checkout. And I'll show you that by going into my other Etsy shop and putting this item into my cart. Now I'm in my digital shop, so I can put this item in the cart and Etsy won't tell me that I can't buy from myself. Okay, so I'm clearly not going to buy it, but we are going to put it add to cart. And then let's go to the cart and we can see what it says. So at the cart, the usual blah, 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 this is how long it's going to take. And it will give me this drop down to either upgrade to priority or priority mail. And it still says free shipping if I choose first class. But if I choose this, then there is going to be a charge and it sets it up over here. I have people who choose priority express all the time. And even if it's under the priority mail weight, then they can do that and it will ship priority express or priority.
and this is the calculated rate based on the post office's counter rate. So Etsy is figuring this amount out. And depending where your customer is, it might cost more or less, but I'm not sure exactly how they're getting this number. It might be the flat rate based on the size of the item that I've put in, but sometimes they give me a different number that's a little bit off. If it's way too much, I just refund the extra to the customer. It's not a big deal. Now let's go back to this because I want to show you, if you set this up with calculated shipping, you also have to put in the weight and the size of the box. Now I put them low like this for a specific reason. It's just so that Etsy won't overcalculate the price. Like I just mentioned, sometimes they charge way too much for shipping. Now, if you put in this weight incorrectly, let's say that I said this weighs 8 ounces and they bought 3 of them, that would make it over the priority shipping weight, and Etsy will automatically, in the shopping cart, give them free priority shipping. And it will say the customer chose priority shipping, but it's free. That doesn't mean that the customer chose it. It means that Etsy chose it for them because you put the weight in wrong in the listing itself.
So make sure that you put the weights in correctly, or else Etsy could give the customer free priority shipping, even though it doesn't really cost that much. And you could put something in your policies that says no matter what Etsy says, free shipping is the lowest cost. I do that on my website. I don't think that I've done it on Etsy. It doesn't happen too often because my items are very light. But if it does happen to you and that starts eating into your profits, you need to adjust the weights of the items, because it's probably a mistake on your end and not on Etsy's end, because it's just a computer, it's a calculator. They're not giving people free shipping. They're just giving people the shipping that is appropriate for the weight and the size of the package that you have put in. So make sure you've put it in right. All right, give this video a thumbs up, ask me any questions in the comments, and I will talk to you later.